The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. Here we have XRP, folks, resting at slightly under 52 cents. Furthermore, this price range has persisted since April or April 14th, according to the one-year chart. That is the length of time that we have been mired in the 50 to 55 cent range. I can tell that it's becoming really annoying for some folks. The next thing you know, though, is going to be out of this world. Additionally, its arrival this year is well known. Flutterwave Messaging, a Ripple user, is now able to expand throughout Southern Africa thanks to a payment aggregator license that they got in Mozambique. These are the future payment rails that XRP will operate on. You can see that this Ripple is operational in nearly every nation on the planet by looking at its mapping. That's why I mentioned that Ripple has expanded internationally. If it isn't Ripple directly, it is always a Ripple partner. That is why I am always looking forward to our next move. The CBDC, a native digital bond, is the center of the Spanish Central Bank's third trial of its wholesale digital currency. Both the bond and the currency will be issued on the same infrastructure. Thus, the third wholesale CBDC trial has begun at the Spanish Central Bank. As I mentioned before, this is going to happen everywhere. The globe is rapidly embracing the digital era. And you'll be ready for it. It could lead to your financial ruin. The present procedure for Ripple payments is as follows. The public supply or liquidity hubs will be the future sources of XRP for providers. At first, I expect these enormous liquidity pools to absorb the escrow. However, once escrow is depleted, they will begin to target the public supply. Large institutions will be purchasing while you are selling. For XRP, that is the future I envision. Additionally, this has the potential to cause XRP's price to skyrocket. And here is what's to come. You can see it unfolding before your eyes in real time. And that is what I have demonstrated to you throughout the past 2 years. This is the culmination of all those announcements. Ripple XRP community. Ripple tokenized transactions need and influence a revolutionary new paradigm in financial transactions is being ushered in with the tokenization of bank deposits, which combines traditional banking with blockchain technology. When financial institutions and companies specializing in distributed ledger technology work together, commercial and central bank funds, as well as electronic funds, are investigating the possibility of being controlled liabilities on blockchain networks. We are on the cusp of witnessing the convergence of crypto and the payment system, which has the potential to radically alter the way we pay for goods and services by supplanting antiquated payment infrastructures with constantly programmable instantaneous settlement capabilities. At this point, Ripple will keep stealing Swift's customers, but tokenized deposits can rescue financial institutions. They are currently in trouble, and we know it. Going forward, things don't appear good either. The issue at the banks can be resolved in this way. But letting banks keep cryptocurrency is all that's needed, however. Presumably, that Squirrel 121, the president vetoed the bill. Personally, I believe their goal is for the banks to collapse. Consolidating the banks makes it easier to tie them into the CBDC, which is probably part of their plan. I've made that point clear for quite some time. Even though the rate cut craze was brief, the situation of banks' unrealized losses from the first quarter has worsened. Quarter 120 to 24 saw an 8.1% increase, or $39 billion, in commercial banks' unrealized losses on assets. Starting in the fourth quarter, we had a loss of $517 billion. According to today's FDIC quarterly bank data for quarter 1, these unrealized losses were 9.4% of the $5.47 trillion in assets held by those institutions. That is why I argued that the banks are not secure, despite Treasury claims to the contrary, Janet Yellen, and that tokenization, which would enable institutions to hold digital assets, could immediately resolve the issue. Think of the innovative solutions they could devise if customers could choose between various cryptocurrencies or even stable coins when they visited their bank. However, that is not their desire. People who are left out of the global economy can be brought back into it through Ripple's vision. Concurrently, using tokenization, they might address both the bank's difficulty and the issue of the unbanked. Until every single person on Earth can open a bank account, a new monetary system will not emerge. They will not build a new system if they abandon their people. There's no way this will materialize. I believe it is the main reason why the establishment of rails in those smaller countries, as well as in third world countries, is taking so long. However, each day brings us one step closer to our goal. Reason being, new announcements on the opening of tracks in this country or between these two countries seem to be made daily. Staying in crypto out right now is a fantastic idea. It is early. Fortunately, XRP is now selling at a low price. Furthermore, we will all become filthy rich when its price finally skyrockets. The Ripple network, the time-consuming, costly, and cumbersome traditional Vostro system is rendered obsolete by digital assets like XRP, which enable faster, more reliable, and cheaper cross-border transactions. Keep in mind the records of the Nostro Vostro. Anyone who has held XRP for any length of time knows about Nostro Vostro. Ripple was always talking about how to unlock Nostro Vostro, but now I suspect they're trying to find a replacement. I don't understand what will take its place. Huge liquidity hubs. In theory, XRP might be worth $10,000. One can observe the XRP ripple in relation to the worldwide transfer markets when one looks at this. Back in February of 2018, this happened. Additionally, the worldwide transfer market is worth $27 trillion, and the accounts that Ripple is aiming to free are the ones held by Nostro Vostro banks. However, it appears like they are now altering their focus to reflect that narrative Ripple. They are now merely interested in getting a new one. The video concludes with that. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Coming up shortly, farewell.